Hi everyone, welcome to Go By the Window. Today we're doing a nice, slow, deep stretch. So whatever level of flexibility or exercise or yoga you are at, you'll be able to do this. I would just recommend bringing a pillow or like a sweatshirt or a blanket near you in case your knees are sensitive. Otherwise, we're going to be moving through this vinyasa very slow, stretching out our entire body and just feeling our breath and our spirit. Let's get started. All right, we're gonna start at the top of your mat. Inhale, raise your hands up and into the sun. Exhale, pull your belly button in, stick your glutes out behind you and slowly fold forward, keeping your knees as straight as possible. Once you reach the end of your forward fold, you're going to take opposite elbows and just let your head release, dangling here. Breathe deeply into your nose and out of your mouth. Now just cross your right ankle behind your left. You can release your elbows if that's comfortable, letting your hands rest on the ground or even on a table or something if you need a bit more balance here. Three deep breaths. Really pushing it into your right heel. Slowly just switch the cross of your ankles. If you're starting to feel a bit lightheaded or disoriented, lift your head above your heart, looking straight, and just hold yourself here. Otherwise, we're going to take 3 deep breaths wherever you are. Exhale and slowly roll up to stand. Uncross your ankles, raise your hands up and into the sun. And then you're just going to tilt over to your right side. Draw a line down for your toes. It's okay if you bend your knees here. And sweep your right arm up. And again. One more this side. And switch, left side first. Reaching with your right, crossing over to your right, lift your left arm. Last one. Back to center, touch your big toes together. Inhale, raise your hands, come onto your tiptoes, engage your core. Exhale, lower onto your ankles, folding forward. Look forward, step your right foot behind you, and you're gonna come into a low lunge here with your knee off of the ground. Right palm on the inside of your left hand, twist into your left just for a moment. Engage your glutes, push your right psoas lower to the ground. Inhale. Open your heart, and exhale, you're going to pivot on the ball of your right foot, open and close. Let's get some hip mobility in today. And open and close. Engage your core here, 2 more. If this is too much for your knees or for your hips, you could come into a high lunge and you could just do the same thing, pivoting on the ball of your foot. Last one. And back to center. You're going to open up to your right side. Draw a line down with your left knee. And up. Just 2. Last one. Now slide your left ankle in towards your center. Push your hips closer to your ankle. Raise your hands up and into the sun. Exhale, tilt over to your right side. 3 breaths. Slowly come up, place your left hand on the outside of your left hip. Draw a line across the horizon with your right hand. Raise your hips off of the mat. 2 deep breaths here. After your second exhale, look down to your left fingertips. Place your right down, walk them over, and just come onto your left shin. Raise your hands up and into the sun. Inhale. Exhale, tilt over to your right side, engaging your core so little weight lies in your right hand. Breathing deeply here. Now reach over to your right ankle and up and down and open. Last one, down and open. Place your left and right hands on the outside of your left shin. You're going to pivot on your left knee, coming into a pigeon pose. Inhale, raise your hands up and into the sun. Exhale, sleeping pigeon, walking your hands forward. It's all right if your left ankle is close to your hip. I just want you to feel that really nice stretch in your outer left. So just wherever you are, breathing into this space, feeling this stretch, feeling this opening and awakening. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Walk your hands up to meet the mat, and then just slide your right knee forward, coming onto your back. Rock from side to side. Press the bottoms of your feet together, taking hold perhaps of your ankles, your shins, maybe even just your knees. And I want you to just push your knees away from your torso. Perhaps trying to lie back. Pushing your knees away with the strength of your quads. 3 deep breaths. You can lie on your back, or you can look towards your belly button with your head raised. You might feel this in your traps as well if you do this. Release the outsides of your feet. Bring your knees together. Tuck your chin into your nose, into your knees, and then rock up. Cross your ankles. Place your hands on the mat. Step back. Plank position. Downward facing dog. And just breathe here. Stretching out your calves. Walking your feet out. Beautiful. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Cross your right ankle behind your left and twist so that you face the other side of your mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back behind you, lowering into your low lunge. Left hand on the inside of your right foot and twist briefly into your right side. Really lowering your left psoas to the ground to feel that deep stretch. One more breath. Now both hands on the inside of your right foot. Twist on the ball of your left foot, open and back. Open and back. 2 more. Breathing as you move. Settle your hips on the ground. Again, if that's too much, high lunge. And then you're just going to take your right knee in towards center. Ignore this one if your hips are not feeling this one. 2 more. And then we're all going to meet on your glutes. Right ankle in towards your center. We'll raise your hands up, inhale. Exhale, tilt over to your left side. Really trying to root down your right hip and your right knee as you reach over to your left side. Exhale, slowly come back up to center. Right hand outside of your right hip. Draw a line across the horizon with your left hand and raise your hips off of your mat. Breathe in this gentle heart opener. Now look down to your right palm, left fingertips meet, and then you're going to walk your hands forward onto your right shin. And just make sure your right ankle and knee are in line when you come into this position. Here you might want that pillow or that blanket. Raise your hands up and into the sun. Inhale. Exhale, tilt over to your left. A little weight in your left hand, engaging your core. On your next exhale, reach down for your left toes with your right hand and then open up. Reach down on your exhale and open. Reach down and open. All fingertips on the outside of your right hip. Pivot on your right knee. Right knee coming to your right hand. Your left wrist aligning with your right ankle. Breathe here, inhale. We're in pigeon pose. And exhale. You can walk your hands forward if that's comfortable for you into a sort of relaxed pigeon pose. 4 deep breaths here. Walk your hands up if you are lying. Come onto your right hip. And you're just going to slide your left toes out beside you and then straighten out your right. So we're coming into split position. However you get into your split, whatever it looks like at this moment is beautiful. I just want you to feel your body, okay? So pull your hips in between your hands. And we're going to roll our hips forward. Now, if your feet are closer, it's okay if you can't quite roll as much. I just want you then to move your toes back and forward, inviting that hip mobility. For those of you in a more deeper split, a little bit more, you're going to roll your hips forward and back and forward and back, maybe reaching forward and coming onto your hands, creating a little bit of space in between your thighs and the mat. Remember, if your legs are more of a 45-degree angle, that's beautiful. You are feeling the stretch, you're exploring your flexibility. Keep moving your feet back and forward, getting out all the cobwebs, all the emotions stuck in your hips. 3 deep breaths. Lowered your hips no matter where you were on that. Right ankle comes to your left. They meet one another and you're just going to lie on your back. Rock from side to side. Beautiful, just feeling the stretch. Cross your ankles, rock yourself up to sit, plant your feet, whether they are next to each other or crossed. Come to stand. Inhale, raise your hands up and into the sun. Exhale, fold forward, widening your feet much wider than your hips, and reach for the ground. It's okay if your hands do not touch. Also, you might want to hold on to a bed or perhaps a desk instead of just the ground here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up to stand. Raise your right hand up and into the sun. Take your left hand behind you, kind of like a cow face arms that we would do seated. You're going to take your left palm, reaching it up, up, up in between your shoulder blades, taking hold with your right hand. Your feet are still wide. You inhale, look up into the sun. Exhale, slowly begin to fold. And you're going to start to feel the stretch as you fold. So only go to a depth that you are comfortable with, okay? And it might not be that deep if your shoulders are as tight as mine are. 3 deep breaths. This is a really cool example of how your entire body works and is connected. Let's do one more breath here. Roll up to stand, release your hands, and just draw a couple of circles. You can bring your feet together for this. Just a couple of circles, feeling out your auric space. And then release your hands, walk your feet out again. Pull your hinging forward. Reach for your right ankle with your left hand, and then twist open to your right side, perhaps reaching over to your left ankle with your right hand, twisting here. We're gonna take 4 deep breaths. And as you do so, I want you to play around, maybe pulling with your right side body in so that your hand pulls against your ankle, or just relaxing into your twist. Now come back to center, reaching your right hand for your left ankle by itself, and then just pulling your shoulder away from your ankle. Release your hand, grab opposite elbows, and just rock from side to side as you let your head hang. Roll up to stand. Now you're going to raise your left hand up and into the sun, right hand reaching up and in between your shoulders, and take hold of your fingertips. Now just notice any differences. Perhaps you can't hold your fingertips on this side. I know for me this is a lot tighter because I sleep on my right side most of the time. So just take that into account, understand that this happens, and maybe take a scarf, sock, or a strap or something to hold on to. Now, once you have that grip, however you have it, you're going to begin to fold. Again, only going until you find a comfortable stretch in your right anterior delt, so this shoulder cap area. Then you're going to take 4 deep breaths. Slowly roll up and slowly release your hands. We're going to just take your hands to your shoulders and draw circles with your elbows. Beautiful. Release your hands. Feet wider than your hips once more. Raise your hands up. Exhale, fold. This time, reaching for your left ankle with your right hand first, and then twisting into your left side, reaching up and over, perhaps grabbing your right ankle with your left hand. Explore this movement again, perhaps just staying in this twist, or maybe you want to pull your left side away, feeling that beautiful stretch in your whole left side body. 4 deep breaths. Let's take one more breath. And then just release your right hand from your left ankle and pull your left hand against your right ankle. Feeling this twist for just one more breath. Release your hand, roll up to stand. You can bring your feet together and touch your big toes. We're just going to draw some circles, kind of like hula hooping, but with your feet together, moving your hips first. Now bend your knees. This is a great movement in Qigong that they use to help release any stress, any energy in your knees that is not supposed to be there. You're going to draw circles with your knees. Also, if you've ever seen SpongeBob, it's like bring it around town. That's what he does. So we're releasing all the energy built up or bringing energy into a deficient area that could bring us knee pain. And let's go the other way. Whatever way you weren't going, just go the opposite. Settle your knees. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, fold. Look forward. And I want you to really push your hips away from you. You might feel this stretch in your calves. I know, I definitely do because mine are very tight. If you don't feel the stretch in your calves, you're going to step one foot back, bend your forward foot until you feel that stretch in your calves. We're going to take 4 deep breaths. So if you are switching sides, you take 2 deep breaths with your right foot back, 2 deep breaths with your left foot back. Otherwise, still pushing your hips forward, looking forward, and breathe. Beautiful. Tuck your chin in, relax your hips, and fold forward. Step your feet back, lowering your knees, and then onto your belly. I want you to engage your glutes, press your fingertips into the mat, and you're going to lift your heart and maybe your belly button off of the mat. Keep your elbows bent. However, we're not going to come into a super high up dog, but more of like an active up dog with a bit of a tricep push-up going on. So that way you feel a little bit more of a bend in your lower back. Compressing your spinal cord, or not your spinal cord, your spine here, to invite more synovial fluid to be distributed and released here. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Lower your belly, your chest down, press into your palms, bend your knees, and sit back onto your ankles. Come onto your knees, clasp your hands behind your head, and you're going to imagine that a string is pulling your belly button forward and your heart up to the sun. So more importantly than bending your lower back is pulling your heart up like this. So rather than like this, going to look more like this. And with this, we're opening our heart and all of our torso chakras. Clasp your hands behind your head, open your heart. 3 deep breaths. Engage your core here, engage your glutes, and push your hips forward. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Come to sit on your ankles and then try and raise your knees perhaps. If you already feel this stretch just sitting back on your ankles, awesome. Otherwise, you're going to lift your knees. We're stretching the front of your ankles here. 3 deep breaths. Lower your knees if they were up, cross your ankles, and come to sit on your glutes. We're going to come into a wheel pose, so lower down onto your back. If you're not feeling this one, I just want you to remain on your back, hands clasped behind your head, raise your hips in a glute bridge pose. Otherwise, you're going to plant your palms next to your ears. Imagine that string is pulling your belly button up to the sun. Press your palms up and open your heart. Rather than trying to bend deeper in your lower back, you're going to pull your heart through your hands and breathe. 3 breaths. Bend your knees, come onto your tippy toes, and lower yourself onto your back. Beautiful. Take a moment here. Just rock your knees from side to side. Plant your feet in line with your hips and near your glutes. Wherever you are, you're going to raise your hips, engaging your glutes, raise your hips into the sun and lower. And up and lower. Last and lower. Come onto your right side, guide yourself up to sit. And you're going to cross your right knee on top of your left. If this is too much, you're going to plant your right foot and straighten out your left. Otherwise, you're going to stack your knees, clasp your hands behind your head, tilt over to your right, center, left, and back. So wherever you are in this stretch, you're going to be doing a bit of core work, testing your back strength, and re-inviting energy into the space that we deeply compressed. Place your right palm on your right side. Raise your left hand. Inhale. Exhale, tilt over to your left. Switch. And switch. And switch last time. Place your right palms, actually place your right palm down. And then the left side. You can simply come out and switch sides, or fun way, you can place both palms on the ground, come onto your left hip, twist into your other side. Again, taking that gradient. Perhaps your left knee is up, perhaps your right knee is straight. But again, clasp your hands behind your head, tilt over to your left, forward, right, and back. 3 more. And back to center. Unclasp your hands, tilt over to your left and your right. And switch. And switch. 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 And come back to center. Straighten out your legs and come into whatever seated position is comfortable for you. I think I'm just gonna go like this, a classic seated stretch. You can straighten your legs out or come to sit on your shins, which is also really comfortable. Place your hands on your belly and take a deep breath in. Pushing your belly into your palms. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale. Lift your chin to the sun, accepting her energy, her courage, her light. Exhale, tuck your chin in, bowing to the grace of the trees, the stability of the soil. 1 more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, tuck. Place your hands in front of you. And you're just going to take 3 deep breaths, filling your belly, then your lungs, topping it off with your chest. And then exhale, chest, lungs, abdomen. Inhale, belly button fills, rib cage grows larger. And then perhaps your chest pops just a touch. And then you exhale, your chest depresses. Lungs stitched together, belly button pulls in towards your spine. 2 more at your own pace. Beautiful. Come to sit. And just thank your body for moving today, for exploring movement without hesitation, dispelling anger, and kind of exploring your curiosity in terms of movement and breath. And I thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you like videos like this, please let me know in the comments. Subscribe to my channel so I know that you want me to make more videos, and share this with somebody who might like it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.